Hi friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today's video is a base game home. I kind of talked about it a bit in Monday's video, I want to say. The base game solid color challenge. So that brings my grand total of this week's base game homes to 2, unless you see Saturday as the start of a new week. But either way, I did a lot of base game homes in a short amount of time, and there will be a lot more in the future. I don't know what's going on with me, but I keep making base game homes and I can't stop. It's a serious problem. It's all good though. I love doing base game homes. Well, that's a lie. I didn't like it I didn't like it a lot at first, but now I'm growing to actually enjoy it. It's a fun challenge, though in a lot of ways it's not a challenge unless you do a solid color like I did earlier this week. So this house was actually pretty easy. There are probably some things I would have liked to do differently, but I think if you added maybe 1 or 2 packs into this build, you could actually achieve those things. But I tried my hardest to, make a full home for a family that utilized base game only. So it is a base game only build, but I would recommend, if you see in a sale for this kind of home, I could definitely see a pack like Parenthood coming in handy, and a couple of different stuff packs I think could work out nicely. But that being said, this house is perfectly good and fine, I guess, just as is. I'm really proud of this house, and I could see myself having my Sims live here pretty easy. I will say that even though this is base game, it's technically not. I'm a liar, even though I've just said it 3 times. It's technically base game plus holiday, the holiday pack, which is free. So if you don't have that downloaded, make sure you download it, because it just adds kind of a couple of like Christmas and Hanukkah, as well as other wintry, festive holidays. And yeah, like I said, it's absolutely free. It should already be downloaded on your account. I think it just kind of automatically did it. I don't remember ever physically downloading the pack. It just showed up one day. It's a great pack, but also if for some reason you don't have it and you're unable to, the only reason why it's included is because I did a special little room at the top. I'll talk about that a little later though. It'll make very little sense if I talk about it now. So definitely stay tuned for that, because it is a cool room, and I think it's about midway through the build that I decide to do it. But it's, as you can see, this is a 3-level home, which I don't know why I keep doing 3-level homes. I can't stop. It's a serious problem. I need help. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to stop, because spoiler alert, next Monday, or this upcoming Monday as you're watching this, there is another house. I'll talk a little bit about it. Hopefully this video comes up hopefully that video does go up on Monday, but either way, it will come out eventually. But the house is a restricted build. It is base game plus spa day. Now, if you've watched a couple of my videos before, you know that I absolutely love Spa Day. It's probably my favorite pack, and it was a lot of fun making a modern 3-story home. Yeah, you heard it. It's a 3-story house. It's technically 4 if you really wanted to get into the finer details, but it only has 3 livable spaces. I also want to apologize if this video kind of spins around a little too much. I did kind of notice that at this time. I try to stick on a level by level basis, and a lot of the moving is me just trying to find the next spot to go. And I try to keep the camera stable as I'm adding things, but this was a long build, so I had to speed it up pretty fast. I think the majority of the footage is about 1,300 times faster than reality. So if it is too much, then I will, if it is too fast, but you still want to see how the house looks, there are screenshots at the end that you can check out. The whole living space did kind of move around after a while. I tend to take breaks with builds, especially large builds like this, because it's, if you work on something too, like, or at least for me, if I spend too much time working on something like consistently, all at one time, I start to get lazy and just try to force rooms where there shouldn't be, or just make a space try to work when it really wouldn't. So I try to take breaks, and sometimes when I load back into the game, I notice that something I did before just doesn't look right. So then I have to spend 20 seconds moving stuff around. But yeah, I think it's always good to kind of have fresh eyes and look back at things. It's also a reason why I don't publish my builds immediately after finishing, because between actually finishing a build and editing the footage together, I might notice something that I want to change, and sometimes I'll go back and actually change that before I do the video. And if I publish them, or if I uploaded the video right after, or if I uploaded the build right after finishing the build, I would not be able to do that, and I'd probably look like a fool 9 times out of 10, because sometimes I have to fix really bad mistakes. And yeah, so it's always good. The first floor bathroom is probably one of my favorite bathrooms ever that I've made. That's such a weird sentence to say no matter how you phrase it, but it's such a cool bathroom in my opinion. It's, a washroom really, but I feel like it feels more real than some of the bathrooms I do, because I try to make kind of cool bathrooms that at least make a statement, which is that's another weird thing to say. Why do I keep saying weird things? Anyways, I also try to use the basic doors in this build, because I've noticed in a lot of my builds I just tend to use the same boring door, which if you really think about it, all the doors are boring. Oh, I'm going to stop talking about doors. So right now I'm actually working on what I was talking about, the kind of special room at the top floor. So this is a photo development station, and I did take some liberties. If you've ever developed film, then you will know that it's actually not bright red when you're actually working with the film. If you're taking the film out of the canister, or the whatever else it's called, you do it in total darkness, because any light exposed to the film will ruin it. So but movies tend to always show them working in red space, and that partially has to do with the fact that the scene would be pitch black if they didn't, and that just wouldn't make for good television or film, because nobody wants to watch that, apparently. I think it would be cool. I would love to try that if I ever do any more short films. That'd be a cool technique. Just an entire 15-minute scene, just total darkness, having one character complaining about not being able to roll up their film correctly. It would be just a phenomenal scene. I think I would win an Oscar. I'll do it in the future, definitely. So this little living space in the kitchen dining area is just kind of added on to allow your Sims to sit and eat and maybe converse with guests comfortably, because the living room is in a different, or the family area is in a different room with the TV and everything. And then this blue bedroom, I also am probably off sync with my video, but the blue bedroom I envision to be a teen boys room. I think it's really cool, tone-wise on the wall, and very warm furniture-wise, and I kind of like that. I like the contrast. It feels, I don't know, a lot more realistic than I think some of the other rooms I do, or I've done in the past. I think I've been trying to improve a lot on that kind of area of Like, sometimes my room spaces are either too small or too big, and I think that blue bedroom definitely kind of is in like the perfect size range. I probably could have done more to the room, but that being said, this is a base game build, and that's tough sometimes to like fully furnish a room. That's the word I was looking for. And then the bathroom, I think this is a master bathroom. This bathroom, I went for a black and white tone. This reminds me of like this reminds me of bathroom remodels in like the 90s. I feel like that color scheme was a lot more popular. I think now, in terms of remodels, bathrooms do tend to be more monotoned because I think it's easier for a buyer or a homeowner to relax in more of a calming space than maybe a checkerboard wall kind of space. But yeah, this build is actually wrapping up. There's about a minute left, and probably screenshots are coming up soon. But I just want to say thank you for watching. This was a lot of fun. I hope the video wasn't too fast, but I know in the past couple weeks my videos have been a lot shorter just because I've been finishing builds a lot quicker and I've been speeding up my videos faster. But this footage was about 3 times longer than normal, so I had to speed it up as well as cut some things out. But hopefully it was an enjoyable build. I love doing this build, and I'm ecstatic to be able to share it with you. And I know I said that very monotone, but I really am. I'm really happy to be sharing this with you. But yeah, and I also tried to clutter some rooms more than others. Like the bathroom on the first floor, I didn't clutter at all because I looked at it more as a guest room. And just stuff like that. That's kind of stuff I probably should have explained during the build, but instead I was rambling about. I honestly don't remember what I was rambling about, but I was rambling. I probably could have talked a little bit more about the build. But that being said, this was a 12-minute video and I'm sort of done. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.